What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mike the Credit Guy, where we talk about everything credit, from credit cards, credit repair, travel, anything that has to do and is related to credit. On today's video, we are going to cover the topic of credit repair. We're going to talk about a lot of things that a lot of people are not talking about in this industry. Everyone's trying to gatekeep as usual. So let's get into it. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button. That way we can reach more people and help more people. We're building a community here of everything credit. Now, if you have any questions, always remember, do not be afraid to ask whatever question you have in the comments. I'll try to make a video about it, or I'll try to also answer it. By subscribing, you're going to make sure to get notifications of all the new videos that we drop, and whenever we go live, you're going to hear about it. Make sure that you do that because I go live at least once a week. Now let's get into it. We're going to talk about credit repair. A lot of people out here have been pushing these DIY kits, right? I have one, okay? I'm not gonna even lie about that, okay? But I created it only because there's a lot of residents in the state of Georgia that cannot pay for credit repair services. And I was like, you know what? Let me go and create this do-it-yourself kit. It's actually pretty good, yada, yada, yada. But the only reason why I created it was to help those Georgians. Otherwise, I have so much information all over social media on how to work on your credit. Like, you should be able to follow me on any channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. You can find all those 1-minute videos all over those platforms. But what's really important to talk about today is what's going on in the industry with credit repair. The credit bureaus are working really hard to stop credit repair companies. Listen, you can see right behind me, we run a credit management company, which is completely different than credit repair, because I don't know if you know, I'm not a mechanic. I don't repair anything, okay? We manage files. But what's very important for you to understand is this is not just affecting credit repair companies, it's affecting you, the consumer, because what I see is a lot of people go and buy these templated letters that these credit repair gurus, or whatever you want to call them, they create them and they put them up on social media, which I've done the same thing. I put my letters up also, but my letters are coming strictly from me. Like, I try to redo those letters every 6 months or once every year, because what you don't understand is you are up against a machine called eOscar. eOscar is the electronic scanning system that scans every single dispute that comes to the credit bureaus. Now, Experian is down to less than 2 minutes that it takes them to process one dispute. Equifax and TransUnion, it's taking them up to 3.5 minutes. So Experian is really crushing it. So that's probably why you get your responses much faster from Experian. But what's going on here is that they are training eOscar to learn more about these letters and to work against you, the consumer. Because the sad truth is, a lot of these credit repair companies are taking their letters that they're using and they're giving them out to people on social media for free. And their clients that they're using those letters on don't know that they're using those letters. So what happens is those letters are being sold to thousands, possibly millions of consumers. And now eOscar is getting hip to it, and it's seeing that letter more than enough times that it's registered in its database. So what does that mean once the letter gets into the database? What it means is whenever you send in that dispute, it recognizes that it's a templated letter. So it's going to kick it out verified. It's going to kick it out as accurate. It's not going to do a real investigation. And then you're going to be like, what the hell do I do next? All right, so now you know exactly what happens with the bureaus and your letters. So now let me explain to you. If you're in one of those, I call them Ponzi schemes, okay, where these people are selling you access to all of their letters, and then they're going to teach you how to use them, and you just pay them $30 a month. Those letters are just screwed, okay? Don't use those letters in any way, shape, or form. Those have been through the ringer from that person that you started with to the person behind them, the person behind them. It is the largest Ponzi scheme in credit repair. Those letters are washed up. They're not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. And if they did work and they got you a deletion, it's because the item couldn't be verified. That's the reason why it got deleted. It didn't get deleted because, it's some special verbiage. That's another big thing you need to understand. There is no specific verbiage, okay, or UCC codes or, legal verbiage that's going to get an item deleted. If the item cannot be verified, and if the item is clearly showing it's not accurate, those are the two biggest reasons why it gets deleted. It's not the letter. There's no smoking gun letter out there. But understand, those companies that are out there that are selling these $30 a month subscription so you can get their database of letters. It's complete trash. Those things have been circulating for far too long, and this is the reason why the CFPB is going against them and going after these companies, because they're misleading. They're not helping people in any way, shape, or form. So what is really going to help you? Okay, the number one thing that I see that people skip in the process, I made a video on TikTok that it gained a lot of views because it really did help people. And what people don't understand is your names and addresses are tied to bad debt, okay? Any negative accounts, any charge-offs, they all came from somewhere where the application initiated. And what happens is people try to battle the bureaus to try to remove these names and addresses, which it used to work, but now it's becoming a problem where it's not working as well. And because there's a step that everyone is skipping past. The number one step that everyone skips past is they don't go after LexisNexis, CoreLogic, SafeStream, and Innovis. But, here's the big but. Don't think I'm going to tell you to freeze it, because freezing it does absolutely nothing, and I've proved that with other videos. And don't forget, last part's the most important. All right, real quick, let me talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's called Nicole's Wish. Nicole's Wish, I've been working with them for a little bit over 2 years now, which is pretty crazy. It is a nonprofit foundation that allows us to do fundraisers to help grant wishes for Make-A-Wish kids, okay? Make-A-Wish, as you may know, is built to help grant all these wishes for these children, okay? Now, whether it be 50 cents, $1, whatever it may be, this is going to a nonprofit. Now, you can make a donation straight to Make-A-Wish, which is great because we're still granting wishes, okay? We're still helping these children. But at the end of the day, it takes much longer to grant a wish. So that's why Nicole's Foundation was created. All of the donations in Nicole's Foundation goes into a smaller pot, okay? And it allows us to grant more wishes at a faster pace. So like in these past 2 years, we've been able to grant 5 wishes. We have 4 wishes that are pending, and we have 9 wishes that have been adopted. So like a lot's going on. So if you can, donate $1, whatever it can be, it's gonna go straight to Nicole's Wish. The link is in the description. Thank you. So it's important to understand, do not waste your time freezing LexisNexis, SafeStream, Innovis, and CoreLogic. It does absolutely nothing. It does not help you. You're just wasting time, because it usually takes about 30 to 60 days to even just initiate a freeze, okay? Let alone opt out. That's a whole other video, okay? So it's important to understand freezing them does nothing, so don't waste your time. I cannot stress that enough to you. Go watch my video. We'll put a link in there that I prove to you that on the website, it clearly states that any existing accounts that are on your credit report, they can still communicate with those creditors and those debt collectors, okay? It does not stop that. So you need to understand what you can do to fix this situation with the addresses. So one, you need to update your driver's license to be accurate. So if you've moved a bunch and you haven't updated your address, the first thing you do before you start any disputing process is update your driver's license to reflect your new address, okay? Because now we're gonna get rid of all those old addresses. Now the credit bureaus do not wanna get rid of those old addresses because they're tied to old debt, active accounts, closed accounts, negative accounts, whatever it may be, they're attached to something. So the credit bureaus don't want to delete them. So you gotta go straight to the source. LexisNexis, this is my report, okay? You can see right there. This is my report. It is about 80 pages long, okay? It's about 80 pages long. This has all of my information, all my old addresses, phone numbers. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up a letter. It's gonna go right here on the screen, okay? That you're gonna send to all of these third-party companies, and you're going to attack those old names and addresses, and you're gonna clear up all of your information for it to be actually accurate. If you didn't live there, if you don't live there anymore, it doesn't matter. Delete it. Tell them, I don't live there, I don't reside there, I don't have any mail going there. Remove it from my credit file. It's just that simple. Any names and addresses that are not yours anymore, okay? You need to initiate this part first. Now understand, this isn't just gonna be an overnight job, okay? This is what people don't understand. They think, oh, I sent one letter, it's gonna delete them all in, in no time. No, it's gonna take consistency. Send them all at the same time and send them certified mail so you have proof that you sent this letter. That's part number 1, okay? And then you're gonna wait 35 days, 30 or 35 days. I say 35 days because you need time to print it and mail it and all that good stuff, okay? And then once it's done, then you're gonna pull your report again from these companies. Pulling your reports from these companies is absolutely free. LexisNexis makes you jump through a hoop every single time. They won't even let you access it online. It's ridiculous. You send in your request and then they email you a code and then you can download it, then you can print it. So each one of these companies is gonna make hoops for you to jump through, but I cannot stress to you enough, you need to start with this process first, because this is going to help you disassociate yourself from all that bad debt, okay? Because this is gonna be a new start for you. Now, once you've gone through that entire process of disputing with the third-party reporting agencies, LexisNexis, CoreLogic, SageStream, Innovis, okay? Once you've done all of that and you've removed all those names and addresses that are not you or you don't live at, okay, now you can start the disputing process directly with the bureaus, because now, guess what? It's not there anymore, okay? So this is gonna help you potentially get you a little bit better of a start when you start to dispute those names and addresses with the bureaus, because they have nowhere to cross-reference them from, okay? So, but understand, it doesn't mean that it's gonna make it easier, but it can potentially help you even more to start to dispute with the bureaus, because remember, the bureaus aren't here to help us, man. You know, people think that the bureaus are gonna fix these issues very fast. That's not the case, okay? We have a lot of pending lawsuits against the credit bureaus because of all the things that they're doing to work against consumers, because at the end of the day, if they're working against credit repair organizations, they're working against consumers, which are our clients, okay? So remember, you have to do this step first before you even move into disputing with the credit bureaus, because this is gonna help you tremendously. Then once you get to the part with the credit bureaus, then you can start disputing those names and addresses. And just remember something, okay? If you're not updating your mailing address, your utility bills, your driver's license, this is not gonna help you. If you're trying to dispute your address that's on your driver's license, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy, okay? Because you shouldn't be disputing the name the address that's on your driver's license if you still live there. Duh, okay? So let's just use a little bit of common sense here. I've seen people say that and do that. I'm like, no, you can't dispute something where you live at. Or my favorite one is, if it's on your mortgage, you can't dispute something that's on your mortgage, okay? Someone was mad because they couldn't get an address deleted. I'm like, that's on your driver's license. That's on your mortgage. You know that, right? We can't dispute that. Well, why not? Because it's accurate. Remember, when you're disputing, there's no smoking gun letter, okay? It's all about whether the item cannot be verified, and it has to be 100% accurate, okay? This is what people don't understand. The bureaus only have a couple of choices here. Either they delete the item because it couldn't be verified, okay? Or they delete it because it not only couldn't be verified, but it's not accurate, okay? But the other choice that they have is they can update it to be accurate, okay? Not everything on a credit report can be deleted. Anybody that says you can delete anything from a credit report, they're full of it, okay? They don't really do credit repair. They don't really understand what they're doing. Because remember, everything on your credit report has to be fair and accurate. And if it is, unfortunately, there's not much you can do, okay? Some things can be deleted and some things cannot be deleted. It's just that simple. I'm gonna leave you with one last gem that's very important for everyone. You need to tell your friend, tell your family members. If you're ever going to do any type of credit repair services with anybody, whether it be my company or any other company, there's one golden rule that's gonna give you a red flag out there. If anybody is trying to take a fee up front to work on your credit, that is 100% illegal per the Credit Repairers Organization Act. Nobody can charge upfront fees or for their services. Understand that, nobody. This is why the Credit Repairers Organization was created. And don't forget, subscribe to make sure you're increasing your real credit score.